Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, back with another 5-minute tool review. Today we're going to be looking at Bucasso's tool rack storage system. Bucasso sent this to me to review, and they gave me a couple different options of something I could pick, but this is the one that immediately drew my attention, mainly because I'm a big proponent of the concept of first order of retrieval. So the idea behind this essentially is when you are setting up your workspace is putting the tools that you use most often in the easiest to reach place. And I've kind of struggled with how to organize my workspace, especially because I do all the filming of my models. I have a large white backdrop, so I can't normally store things directly behind my workbench like many other people would do. And so I've just been using this kind of set of plastic, cheap plastic drawers that I got at the craft store to store a lot of those commonly used tools. So this one really drew my attention because it looked like it would be a good storage solution to store all those tools. So this is what they sent me, and the assembly is really easy and straightforward. Total time took me about 15 minutes to get this put together. Didn't need any tools, didn't need any glue. It all just press fits together and is pretty straightforward. You could probably use a little bit of glue here and there to just secure it, but I've been using this now for almost a full month, and I have to admit this has really made my desktop workbench or workspace organization so much easier. And so essentially what I have in here now are all of the tools that I either use on every project. So I've got knives, files, clamps, tweezers, clippers, all those tools that I use on every single project, plus a lot of other tools that I use on like 99.9% of my projects. So I've got glues here. I got my decal setting solution. I've got different wires and, floral wires, steel wires, lead wires that I use for doing detailing and scratch building. I've got all of my acrylic brushes that I use, all the time. I've got my sanding sponges, I've got my hand drill, I've got some putties. So this is really just all of the tools that I use all the time. And the storage solution allows you to both instantly see what is where and what you have ready to go. But I can also keep it within an arm's reach. So I'm not having to, because prior to this, I would have to pretty much swing my body fully to the right to access a set of shelves where I had my little drawers on it. With this, I can remain sitting directly in front of my workbench, just reach out with my left hand and grab what I need. So it's been way more convenient, much nicer to be able to keep all this stuff. And I've also found that as I'm working and I finish using a tool, instead of just leaving it on my workbench, which is what I would normally do, I find myself actually putting it back more often. So my bench is now less cluttered throughout the build. So this has just really been a nice way to organize all my stuff. I am finding overall that most of the space on this is useful. You can see I have a lot of it filled up. I think the only areas that would be, or that I just haven't totally found a good use for, is that second row of cubbies at the top, just because they are kind of deep. I'm afraid if anything goes too far in there, my fat fingers won't be able to reach in there and pull them out. So I haven't quite decided how to best utilize that space, but the rest of the space is pretty obvious where you can put things. And it's made in sizes that make sense to fit, Tamiya extra thin bottles, brushes, knives, all those kinds of things. So, it's very convenient. It's very handy. Like I said, it took about 15-20 minutes to get this put together, so it really didn't take very long. And I believe that this retails for $39.95 on their website. So I think for the money, it's a pretty good storage solution. So I would highly recommend it. I'll leave a link down in the comments below so that you can head over to their website and check them out. They have lots of other different storage solutions as well, and they're all designed to fit together, and so you can kind of, it's very modular. They've got paint racks, they've got drawers, they've got cubbies, they've got shelves. So highly recommend it. I think it's definitely worth a look, and at least for this particular unit, I think it's definitely worth the money. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next video.